Alright, so got my Marmot Militia barrel on. It took a little longer than I anticipated. Basically, aligning that transfer port hole, because the barrel could be slightly this way or slightly that way or a little twisted this way or that way. And what made it harder was that this barrel is this barrel is a little bit bigger OD than it is the stock barrel. So they had to machine it down here and there to fit in the stock on the stock fittings. But what I didn't like with the how it was machined was that basically this right now it fits in, everything fits in good right now. What I didn't like is that there's that gap, a machining gap here and here. They should have made it so that what the step was basically it's right up against this piece here, and also these pieces here. That step should have been right butted up against there, so that would have been easier. So that when you put everything together, it just all lines up, and you don't have to. All you have to worry about is the rotation of the barrel, and not the fore and aft of the barrel. So I'm not sure why they did that. I was thinking maybe there's more than one version of the Marauder pistol. Maybe so maybe that's why that was done. So I have no idea why that was done, but I would have preferred it with the step right in the exactly right spot, because I mean it's all machined anyway, so the tolerance should be nice and tight, and it was very tight to put this end on. So everything's nice and tight, but since you were already machining it to tight tolerances, should have just made it so that it would fit, everything would have fitted just right, and not having to adjust the back and forth fit up. The only thing we would have to worry about is the rotation to line up the porthole. But anyways, so that's basically the only complaint I really have. Well, actually, one more right in here. I can just see if you guys can see this or not. So you see those little specks of rust. So there's a few specks of rust here. So I wasn't a big fan of that either. So I mean, this is a brand new barrel. I just pulled it out of the container, the shipping container over here, just a few hours ago. So anyways, I greased this up with the silicone silicone grease. Just the same grease I use for the pumps and everything, internally and everything. That's what you need to use if you're gonna be able to pump this thing up to 3,000 psi. Otherwise, you'll have compression ignition. If you use a petroleum product, it will compress at night, up at those high psi's. Well, that's it. So there's the barrel, and now everything could just go back the way it was earlier. And how I actually, let me cover one more thing. How I actually figured out how tight to put the excuse me, not tight, but how I figured out how to align the porthole was that I took the smallest Allen that I have on my Allen set here, and I basically just kind of move this Allen key up and down where the barrel is and the breech is, just up and down, and I felt for how smooth it was on both sides here. Both sides. Not much you could do with the sides here because of the shape of the round shape of the barrel. It doesn't really reach there. But also when you actually screw the two screws on here, tighten it up, it actually kind of almost align itself with the rotation wise. But the forward and backwards, this is how I did it. I basically just moved this up and down along here. I felt for it and make sure that there wasn't any basically obvious bumps where when I pushed down from the breech down to the barrel, there wasn't anything that stopped it. If it stopped it, that means the barrel was neither in too far or not in far enough. So that's how I basically centered it. And it took a while because every time it moved just a tiny bit, the barrel would move just a tiny bit, and it made it be off. So I wanted to be perfectly centered. So there you have it. My my Benjamin Woodswalker, right? Marauder Woodswalker from Benjamin, and it's humor regulated. I also have a Hill valve kit and everything in here, so this thing is pretty much tricked up, functionally tricked up anyways. So thanks for watching.